When it comes to War Thunder aviation, there's a special class of aircraft that bridges two elements: seaplanes. Their unique capabilities allow them to take on missions that regular land-based planes simply can't handle. Today, we're opening a new chapter in our virtual book of records and showing you the most outstanding representatives of this class. Let's start with the undisputed leader in the most produced seaplane category, the PBY-5 Catalina. With all of its variants included, over 3,000 Catalinas were built. In the game, this flying boat appears in tech trees of multiple nations. It's not known for its speed. Pilots even used to joke that while flying a Catalina, you should watch the calendar rather than the airspeed indicator. Its real strengths are its superior endurance and durability. The long parasol wing, distinctive blisters for gunners, and the ability to patrol for hours over water make it a great choice for those who enjoy long, relaxed flights. In War Thunder, the Catalina is often the first proper seaplane available to new players, teaching them the basics of anti-ship tactics and survival under heavy AA fire. Speaking of endurance, we should mention the record holder for longest flight duration, the Japanese H-6K4. In real life, its massive fuel capacity allowed it to stay airborne for over 24 hours. In the game, it's also notable for its toughness and the 20mm cannon in the tail turret. For early fighters armed only with rifle-caliber machine guns, this flying giant becomes an almost impregnable fortress, capable of surviving dozens of hits. In the most dangerous defensive armament category, the Soviet BE-6 and its Chinese cousin, the Ching-6, give the multi-turreted giants a run for their money. This post-war flying boat, with its distinctive gull wing, is armed with 5 23mm NR-23 cannons spread across 3 turrets. A single hit from one of these cannons on an opponent's engine or wing can decide a duel in an instant. Many experienced players use the BE-6 as a kind of fighter hunter, deliberately baiting enemies into attacking and then taking them out with precise bursts of fire. The BE-6 also has excellent payload capacity, carrying both torpedoes and heavy bombs, making it a threat to all types of targets on the battlefield. What about speed records? Technically, the absolute fastest is the Japanese H-8K3, a surprisingly fast flying boat. But pushing past 500 kilometers an hour requires reaching high altitudes and probably stocking provisions for a few days. If we're talking practical combat performance, float-equipped monoplane fighters are a much better bet. The slowest in that category is the Japanese Zero. Second is the N1K1 Kyofu. Finally, the true champion of speed and climb rate among float-equipped monoplane fighters in the game is the recently added Spitfire Mark V-B. At the other end of the spectrum, the slowest seaplane is the Soviet Pu-2M biplane. This float-equipped version of the famous Kukuruznik proudly holds the title of the slowest seaplane in War Thunder, with a top-level speed barely exceeding 130 kilometers an hour. The Pu-2M is also the lightest in its class, with an empty weight of just under a ton. It's similarly small in size, though the title for the smallest seaplane definitely goes to the O-3U-1, an American observation biplane. The Soviet Slowpoke looks small and vulnerable, but with its bombs and rockets, it can still be quite dangerous. Its incredibly low stall speed allows it to effectively hover over the battlefield, giving you extra time to aim. If there's a nearly defenseless seaplane, there must also be the most dangerous one. We'd give that title to this British legend, the short Sunderland. Pilots nicknamed it the Flying Porcupine, and for a very good reason. With 4 machine guns delivering a dense stream of fire, the Sunderland can solo small vessels or wreck unsuspecting opponents. Rounding out our list of records is the absolute champion in the largest wingspan category, the German Blohm & Voss BV-238 flying boat. This six-engined giant can overshadow even heavy strategic bombers. Its wingspan is nearly 60 meters, making it the widest aircraft in the game. Only one prototype was ever built in real life, but in War Thunder's virtual skies, this monster is a much more common sight. Its defensive armament is a whole battery of 16 13mm machine guns and two 20mm cannons. For many pilots, closing in on a BV-238 becomes the last thing they ever do in a battle, as the sheer volume of fire this Leviathan can put out makes short work of even the toughest targets. On top of that, the BV-238 carries a record bomb load for seaplanes, a full 5 tons of them. Every single aircraft mentioned in this video is a unique piece of history. Whether it's the massive BV-238 blotting out the sun or the nimble Spitfire, all of them offer a very distinct gameplay experience. How to be patient, how to do precise water landings, how to unlock the full potential of your defensive weaponry. Seaplanes can and will teach you all of that and more. Ride the waves, keep your head and altitude high, and may your seaplane always find its way back to harbor.